Okie dokie.
Just when you think you've solved it, you're dead wrong.
They were handcuffed and later taken to jail.
Why are they putting this on us?
I think they should cut it out now, because this ain't gonna solve the problem.
I told you I don't want you living with roaches.
Warning, this show contains graphic depictions, tasteless painting, and real-life accounts of the most nefarious of activities. Yea, though they do try to project themselves as upstanding, productive members of society, these two knuckleheads just ain't worth a damn. If any of you should find this show to be offensive, turn it off and stop being such a vagina.
What up, T Breezy?
What up, man?
Yeah. Hey, I think we were talking about that earlier. My bad. The last time we were podcasting, I passed the fuck out.
It happens, man. I wish I could say that it's never happened to me.
Yeah, I got yours on film though, so I feel better about it. You can't prove what I did.
I think it's on Skype, so Big Brother never lies.
It could be. Last night I was watching an old black and white flick, and
See, there you go, bro.
Hey,
there
bro,
you go with
they're
the
good
weird-ass
movies.
fucking
They're
filming habits.
Because it's black and white. Come on, man.
I mean, you can't just be like, so last night I was watching a flick. You're like, last night I was watching a French film that was filmed in a noir that was in a black and white, I believe. And it was more of like a bone on ash structure. And it was definitely like a 16:9 aspect ratio. The cinematic flair was kept to a minimum, but I tell you what, the cinematography was fantastic.
All right, you were spot on, but I didn't hear one brah in all of that. And let's face it, brah, I say brah and fuck a lot, so come on.
Brah.
Yeah. It was in brah. It was in this fucking aspect ratio, brah.
Yeah, bruh.
Anyway, so I'm watching this old black and white flick, and this convict kills and assumes the identity of a doctor. He was trying to escape pursuit from a mob boss that he had robbed, all right? So pay attention, because this was a dope film, bro. It wasn't no bullshit you talking about. And in doing so, he finds himself sitting in therapy sessions because the doctor he's impersonating was a psychiatrist.
Dope.
So it hit me. I'm like, well, what if you had suddenly done the same thing? Like, what if you were suddenly a psychologist fucking tomorrow? You know what I'm saying? Like, me personally, I couldn't help but fuck with patients, I'm listening to these problems all day long, and I'd be like, well, try this, try that, like just off the cuff, just making shit up, just to see if they do it and then see what happens. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man.
The fucking placebo works for people sometimes,
Oh, absolutely. It's the mind is a powerful motherfucking thing. So psychiatry is a popular, a lot of kids that don't know what the fuck they want to do, like in high school, are like, I'd like to study psychiatry because I want to know the mind. You know what I'm saying? So at least that's my opinion. Do you find that to be the case, or did you find that to be the case?
I think that's with a lot of things, man. Like, you could take psychiatry as an example. That'd be like, I want to understand how the mind works, and it's so fascinating. So they go to school for, 4 years at least, come out a psychiatrist, and then, bam, they have to sit and listen to people whine about shit all day long. And they were like, man, I was just interested in how the mind worked. I wasn't interested in why you fucking still wet the bed and you're 45 years old.
Yeah, no. I personally think that I would love that job, and I think that I would thrive at it. Thrive at it. But I'm just not into the school thing, bro.
Yeah, I don't think I would enjoy that either. And I'd get burnt out after a while. But, I mean, if I was on a run from the cops and the mob and I found myself sitting in that person's chair, then fuck yeah, man, I'd be fucking with people all day long, You listen to, like, the housewife with some kind of neuroses. You could just recommend that she just, find some random to fuck. Be like, go fuck this random guy, like, 3 times a week. Just ball his brains out 3 times a week. And totally. I feel like that'll probably stop you from biting your fingernails. Whatever.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be like, so what you need to consider is perhaps, what you need to do is seek the nearest professional you can find and fillet that person.
Yeah, set yourself up, bro.
And then I'm not saying that it could be anybody. It doesn't necessarily have to be me. I'm not negating myself from the selection. Just pick a professional and go ahead and go ahead and suck his cock real quick. I think that's probably your best course of action.
Do you think that you could pull it off as far as being that person, filling that person's shoes? Just like you find yourself in a situation, so you hurry up and go get the best textbook that you can find on psychology, and then, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I think I would honestly be like good. Like, I think I would be good at it. Like, I'm not even bullshitting.
Yeah.
Like, I think that I would be successful. I think I would change people's lives. I think that I think I'd be good at it.
I've always managed to be like, studying people constantly, being slightly manipulative, if you want to call it that, but like seeing how people work all the time.
Sure.
So I think it wouldn't be too far-fetched.
So are you saying that you would also excel in this field?
I think so. I think at first I would just be fucking with people, and then I'd be like, all right, it's time to get serious.
But do you think that you have the patience to sit there and just listen to people's bullshit fucking all the time? Like, that's what you do. You're an earpiece.
Yeah. I don't know about that. Like, I'd probably try to, like, get these people to stand up and wipe their own ass and fucking get on with their life and stop whining so fucking much. So maybe my practices would be controversial. But in the long run, they might be better people for it. And if I can't fix them, then I'll just send them to you,
Yeah. That's cool, because I'll take the patient approach. There's no rushing for me, so it's cool. I can.
I'm not patient.
What's funny about that, though, Dave, is it's fucking, as I've expressed, I don't know, numerous times during this podcast, I've basically been through every fucking type of therapy that there is, at least, court-ordered therapy. Sure,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yes.
And so, like, the majority of the therapists in court-ordered systems, like drug courts and like halfway houses and shit like that, all of the therapists. Now, I don't know if these people are licensed. I would assume that they have to be, but they're all ex-addicts, right? They're all like ex-fuck-ups.
All right, but none of these people had a PhD in anything. They were counselors.
Oh, fuck no. They had a PhD in, like, sucking dick for a crack rock.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. So, anything that was coming out of their mouths wouldn't be of the caliber of someone that went to school for 6 years at least.
Well, I don't know. See, you know what? That's kind of the question, right? Like, do you want advice from somebody who's lived it, or from somebody who read about it in a fucking book?
That's a great question. I would rather hear it from the people that have experienced it, not the people that are just talking out their ass because it was in some book or some class.
And that's why these people were hired, right? But at the same time, then you have people like me whose fucking lives are hanging in the balance of these fucking ex-heroin addicts' fucking whims. It's a fucking precarious thing.
I just don't have the patience. I don't think I would have the patience to sit and listen to people, like you pointed out, and you're right. I wouldn't be able to do it. I don't have the patience. I get pissed off, like with the way people drive, or a bunch of other shit. I lose patience and I can't hang, bro. So I get pissed off, bro. I got a new driver pet peeve, by the way. This person will get up behind you, so they want to go faster than you, so you get over into the right lane, and you're clearly going faster than the person that's already in the right lane, but you figure this guy will pass you quick enough, you can get behind him, and he goes about his business, you go about your business. But that doesn't happen.
You never do that.
The motherfucker goes like 1 or 2 miles an hour faster. I do that.
You won't let people over.
Yes, I will. Dude, I get out of people's way.
Do you really?
Yeah.
See, me personally, all right, I'm going to let you finish your story. I'm pulling a Kanye on you, T-Swizzle. So whenever I'm driving, this is Jody fucking hates this shit, but whenever I'm driving, the whole objective is to be in front. Like, I don't necessarily need to be going fast, but I just need to be in front. Like, you can't be in front of me because chances are you're going to be driving, pissing me off and shit.
Yeah. I try to be in front 24/7 too. But I mean, if there's somebody behind me that's clearly going faster than I am, that's an advantage. You let that dude around you and then follow him. He'll get the ticket before you do, and y'all can both speed.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, then, yeah. All right.
But
all right,
anyway,
cool.
so I get over. I let that dude pass me because I'm like, all right, well, he's going faster than me. I'll let him pass, and then I'll still be able to get back in the left lane and go around this dude in the right lane. But the person doesn't pass you. He just, he does 1 or 2 miles an hour faster than you. So you got to let off the cruise. You got to wait for him to pass and then get behind him, and he ain't going no faster than you were, and you got held up. You know what I'm saying? It's like giving a charity and you told me not to do it, basically, bro.
Oh, that's when I would get angry quick, bro. That's fuckery.
That's my new pet peeve for driving now, bro.
Yeah, that's shitty. Like that, I mean, that's almost like premeditated. Like, you ran up on that. You know what pisses me off, dude? 9 times out of 10, goddamn, man, so whenever somebody's doing something fucked up on the road, like either they're like going way too slow or fucking swerving or just anything, whatever it is, I like to try to make it a point to, if I can possibly, let's say while I'm passing or if they're, whatever it is, just try to fucking get a little eye contact. It's rare, but when it happens, it's great because it's like they see the anger and they know.
I tell myself, I'm like, I have to see who the fuck is so stupid. Let me see how stupid this person looks, because this is what dumb is. This is what dumb looks like. Let me see what dumb looks like. Oh, look, it's a fucking soccer mom. How about that?
Exactly, because you're sitting there driving and you're like, Jesus, fuck it. What the fucking kind of idiot? And you're like, in your mind, you already have the picture of that person, and you gotta go speed up and see.
I told you, bro.
Anyway,
I told you that's why I'm gonna put the fucking paintball gun under the hood of my car. I gotta figure out, cause see, paintballs won't do too well next to an engine. They run like 200 plus degrees, or like 180, around 200, 180. So that's not gonna do very well for paintballs. So I have to figure something else out.
Airsoft, bro, that's the way to go. We need to go, like, you and I need to get like airsoft guns, and especially at your crib, bro. Like, we need to have airsoft battles.
Yeah, you ain't lying. Are those cheaper than the paintball guns? Because paintball guns ain't cheap, man. We priced them one time because I was like, maybe we should just get a few of them, because we always having parties over here. We should just have like 4 or 6 of them on hand, for when everybody gets tanked up, and be like, all right, run, bitch.
Yeah. Like, so I don't know much about it, but airsoft is basically like adult, or it's like BB guns that won't hurt. That won't like fucking poke your eye.
I'm with that. Are they cheaper than paintball guns?
Yeah. And as far as I know, they're cheap, but like they're dope. You can kit them up and shit, and like do all kinds of stuff. But then like you have all these fucking like pellets all over your property. But who gives a fuck?
True.
Whatever.
Yeah. The other way around, I'd have a bunch of paint on all the trees. My cousin used to be a fan of them things, bro. He'd put the paintballs in the freezer so that they hurt more when they hit people.
See, that's just dick shit.
It's kind of sadistic, a little bit.
But yeah, so seriously, airsoft, that's the way to go, bro. As a matter of fact, I think so. I got an email, like, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes before we started this good old podcast.
Roger.
From my bank, from good old Chase, and the email basically was informing me that my PPP loan approved and sent on to the SBA for approval.
Sweet. So you're about to be coming into some G's. So what you're basically saying is you're going to buy me an airsoft gun.
Well, no, I'm basically saying I'm going to buy myself an airsoft gun and shoot you with it.
Fuck that. I'm never inviting you over. I'm going to booby trap this place.
I'm gonna buy you a one wheel and an airsoft gun, and then we're gonna have airsoft one wheel battles.
All right, we can do that, bro. Thing
Yeah,
is,
it's
you've
gonna
been
be
doing
the
that.
dopest
I've
shit
been
ever.
watching you post, bro. You do miles on them things, so you're gonna have the advantage. You gotta ship that thing to me so I can get good on it before we go to war.
Bro, the thing
It's only
is
fair.
fucking crazy. Like, so I've been cooped up all day, right? Like for days, basically, because the weather's been shitty. You know, like it's been raining the last couple of days.
Yeah.
Finally, so there's a little break in the clouds, and the fucking sun comes out, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck, I got about a half an hour before the podcast. Fucking sunset's a golden hour. It's a perfect time. You know what I'm saying? So I take the one wheel out, and I'm fucking just, nice temperature, nice breeze. The fucking thing is glorious, bro. I'm telling you, like, it's just it's a beautiful thing to have.
I know you're in love, bro. All right, this is gonna be kind of strange, but I'm gonna run through the 10 Commandments real quick to see which ones we're guilty of.
Like the real commandments, the ones in the Bible,
The real 10 Commandments.
not the 10 crack commandments.
Nope, not the 10 crack commandments. Shout out Biggie Smalls, but no, the real 10 commandments. And I guess we can decide whether or not we're guilty of those things and how we feel about them.
So is this going to be like a TikTok challenge where like we hold up fingers every time we're guilty of one? Like, so murder, finger up, rape, finger up. Oh, wait, is rape one? Did I just admit to rape? Wait, did I just admit to murder? What the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, I don't know, but pause for the cause and fuck you, TikTok. I hate you, bitches. Can't stand
Yeah,
it,
he
bro. They're
does.
still doing it. I looked the other day. We posted a video, just some random whatever promo or some shit. It got 3 views. Now, if there are billions of people on anything, how the fuck do you choke it down to 3 views unless it's intentionally done, bro? Like they're
Sassy, bougie, classy.
fucking us over with their analytics, metrics, algorithms, and whatever. Yeah, so fuck TikTok. Anyway, all right, the 10 Commandments. bro.
TikTok is basically my go-to if I'm dropping deuces.
Yeah.
TikTok's hitting it up because it's loud as fuck and there ain't gonna be no poot noises.
War Robots. You need to get that app. War Robots. It's fire, bro. I'm telling you. You can slaughter robots. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's fucking dope.
Okay.
That's my go-to for dropping deuces, bro.
Okay.
All right. The 10 Commandments. All right, number 1. I am the Lord thy God. Thou shalt not have any strange gods before me. Now, that's kind of funny because when we talk about like pussy we never got before, we call it strange. So he was the first person to coin that term. I'm assuming, since this is really old, 10 Commandments. They were like,
That's a great observation, Dave. Yeah, so he was the first one to be like, "Yo, ain't no strange up in your life. Ain't no psychos. I'm the only one for you."
yep, no on a strange hoe. So, all right, so off top, he's like, I'm the one, ain't nobody else, and, fuck you if you think it different. I'm not too cool with this because he's discouraging people from looking around them and finding what suits them, being left to their own, preferences. and
Choices,
decisions.
right? Yeah, exactly. See, choices are important in human beings' lives. These fucking Bible thumpers. I don't know why. These Christians. Yeah, I don't know. Life is about choices.
All right, number 2. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. So first he says, I'm the only one. And then number 2, he says, don't you dare disrespect me.
Yeah.
He's kind of a pushy person, in my opinion, so far,
He thinks highly of himself, obviously.
Would you walk into a room and introduce yourself like this? I think you'd get your ass kicked real quick, bro.
Unless you were the one doing the ass kicking.
He better back it up, right? Sounds like he's got some shit to be backing up right about now.
No, he just really wants everybody to fucking, say like, hey, yo, like I'm right here, center stage, motherfuckers, and don't look, don't look left or right because I'm right here. I'm the one.
Yeah, don't ask no questions. I'm the one. Period. Number 3, remember to keep holy the Sabbath day. So, first 3 things off top. He's like, look, I'm the only one. Don't look at that strange. Number 2, you better never disrespect my name. And then number 3, he says, remember, I got my own day, so you better pay respect on that day.
What exactly does Sabbath mean? I never.
It's like the day of recognizing your religious figure, but I don't know it to be specific to Catholicism or anything. But yeah,
so Sabbath would be like the day to worship your God.
This dude is bossy, bruh.
Yeah.
Super bossy.
Sounds like almost sounds like what's her name, Megan Thee Stallion.
There you go. All right, it takes a turn here, and it's not so bad. Number 4 is honor thy father and mother. That's not so bad. Look out for your elders. That's cool. I'm good with that.
It's not about elders. That specifically says mother and father.
Okay, your mother and father. I could see honoring those people. I have no qualms with number 4.
Well, what happens if they, like, let's say, were shitty parents, or like they weren't, like, you never knew your dad, or vice versa, your mom, whatever it is.
Well, if you don't know the people, then you can't honor them. So I'm guessing that's like the exception to the rule. As far as them being shitty people, I guess keep hope alive, or honor them from a distance. I don't know. Like, instead of cursing them out, just fucking going about your business and don't curse them out. Whatever. Just honor your mother and your father. I'm with that. But I had good parents, so I mean, you might be right. Number 5, thou shalt not kill. That's a pretty basic, decent guidance, I would say. Don't kill people.
Yeah, so does No Brainer also fall into the same category as Game Changer for you? Like, does No Brainer also aggravate you?
Nah, I'm good with that.
Okay, because that's a no-brainer.
Oh, okay. Well, number 6, thou shalt not commit adultery.
And that needs some work.
Yeah. Well, the whole.
No, I'm just
kidding. We talked about marriage. Whose concept was marriage? How did that come about? Was it religion or other? And is it really practical in this day and age? And I think we viewed the, let's say, I don't remember what the number was, but let's say 5-year contract. We viewed that in a better light than we did eternity and marriage.
That's right. It's just such a better deal for all parties. You're right. We should revisit that. But yeah, I mean, look, but I think really what this commandment is about is honesty, right? And so I can get behind honesty. So sure.
No, I'm going to have to pull your card on that one because you made me realize it was father and mother, not elders. So I'm going to have to be specific. It says, do not commit adultery. Adultery. Okay. It doesn't say do be honest. It says do not commit adultery. So this is don't cheat on your mate that you signed up for life with. Hey, if you're going to sign a contract, honor that shit. So I'm with that.
Okay. Well, what if you haven't signed the contract?
Well, then you're not committing adultery.
Oh, so it's all about the piece of paper.
It's all about the person you're married to. Do not commit adultery. Do not cheat on your spouse. That's what it's saying. So if it's your spouse, then you've already signed a contract. So it's saying don't cheat on your spouse. Basically, don't be a fucking dirtbag. If you're going to be getting married, then honor that shit, Okay,
but now are we observing these, I guess, commandments as non-believers, as just like
we're just taking them at their word and deciding whether or not we believe in them, or we think they're good, or we think they suck, whatever.
Okay.
So
like common sense explanations. Gotcha.
Exactly. So number 7 is thou shalt not steal.
Yeah.
maybe they should put an age limit on this. Like, don't steal after you're 17 years old. Like, it's time to grow up. No?
There's no good stealing when you're fucking 13.
Yeah, there's great stealing when you're 13. And then you get fucking in trouble, and then you realize, hey, I shouldn't steal because look what happens.
The only, like, so I think probably every human goes through, like, maybe I'm just a delinquent. Chances are I'm just a delinquent. But I think every human goes through, like, a phase of theft, no? Like, just to see if they can do it.
Yeah. I did.
Yeah, I did. And, like, so there were some good times and some bad times, but I definitely wouldn't recommend it. Like, if I had kids and I found out they were stealing shit, I'd fuck them up.
Oh, absolutely. But, I mean, that goes back to another discussion we had in a previous episode, too, when we were talking about how, at least I was talking about how it's been parenting and basically being a hypocrite, where you think something's hilarious that your kid did, but you got to put on a stern face and be like, you're about to get your ass busted because you just fucked up. But,
Yeah.
Then you go back to your room and you're like, that's fucking great.
Well, that's not one of... See, in my opinion, that doesn't fall into that. Like, if my kid, like, gets busted or, like, comes home and is like, oh, look, here's fucking a Snickers bar that I just stole. I'm like, don't steal shit. You're a fucking dickhead.
Yeah. I've had... well, I got one that's 4 right now, but I got one that's growing up, and I've had talks with him before where I was like, all right, come clean. It's just you and me. Nobody else is ever going to find out, so just come clean, tell me what's up. And he tells me what he did, and I was like, look, man, you got to realize that the shoe was on the other foot, and you had this, let's say it's a great new toy or something, it's a new expensive toy, and, now your load's been lightened because somebody took it off of your hands. How would you feel? You would think that would suck, and you would be pissed off at that person even though y'all had never met because, they did something wrong, and that's what you're doing to somebody else, There's lessons to be learned in it, and that's why I was saying maybe there should be an age limit on that, Thou shalt not steal. What happens if you violate a commandment, by the way, anyway? Are you supposed to be put to death or something? Like, what happens?
No, so according to the rules of the religion, if you've violated, so you're supposed to go to confession, confess your sins. Sins are a violation. Jodes! Why are you coming in here and angrily closing doors and stuff? Oh, can you make me a sandwich?
Hey, you could finish all of that like when we go to break or something.
Can you? Damn. What was I saying?
Who gives a fuck? Anyway, all right. Number 8.
Too, but it's cool. I deserve that fucking cut
Yeah,
off.
bro. You're like stopping in the middle of the fucking podcast to ask for a sandwich and announce what the fuck's going on around you. I could be talking about.
I was just
shit around me,
asserting my
too.
dominance, bro.
I have a frog that's loose in my garage right now. I'm surprised I haven't heard him yet, but I didn't tell you about that because we're in the middle of a fucking podcast. Number 8. Number 8. Number
Just
8.
Don't be
Number
alarmed.
8.
You also have a kangaroo on
Number
your head.
8. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor.
Yeah, it just means don't lie.
Yes, it condemns lying. So I'm with that too because I feel like people that lie kind of suck.
But we all lie.
I don't lie, bro.
Women lie, men lie, numbers don't lie.
Well, I mean, I reached a certain point in my life where I was like, that's not a good thing to do. It's all about growing up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but we still lie.
I don't lie about shit.
Sure you do.
No, ever. No, I don't.
I'll catch you in a lie within, I don't know, the next half an hour.
Hey, good luck, bro. Put 5 on it.
I just did.
All right, straight. You owe me $5.
$100.
All right.
Let's shake on it.
Number 9. Thou shalt not.
Oh, by the way.
What?
Speaking of, let's shake on it. Okay, so you are aware of the fact that there's handshakes are going to be they go away. There's no such thing as handshakes.
Bullshit.
So we're going to have to figure out the product that's going to replace handshakes. And just
Nothing's
let
gonna
that
replace
let
handshakes.
that marinate, and then continue
All right,
with
I'll come
your
back to
sin
that.
list.
Number 9. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife.
Yeah, just like don't fuck your neighbor's wife.
Yeah. Now, okay.
This is more about respecting other people.
All right, check this out. I had to look that up, the literal definition of covet, because we already went over, if you recall, thou shalt not commit adultery. That was number 6. So we're to number 9, and he says, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. So I'm like, wait a minute, isn't that the same thing? Why would he repeat himself? Somebody had to carve this in stone.
Yeah, no, it's more about respecting somebody else's boundary, like their boundaries,
Define the word covet.
As opposed to your wife, right? Like the adultery thing is about the bond that you made with your husband, wife. Thy neighbor's wife is more about like just not fucking other people's wives.
It's the same thing, bro. You just repeated yourself. I'm telling you, it's the same thing. Adultery.
No, adultery applies to the the intimate relationship that you, God, and your wife share.
No, adultery is a man and a wife married, bro. I got the answer. Just listen. You heard him? It's the frog.
Yeah, I heard him.
What? That dude's loud. I can't find him.
You better go stomp on that motherfucker. He's gonna jump on your head.
He's over near my garbage can, so the next beer I finish is getting smashed over there. So he'll probably rain in glass and blood. Yeah, I know. He might come out swinging. Anyway, I have the answer to this.
Frogs have the same legs that humans have, so that thing can kick you, but he's got webbed feet, so it's going to be like a slap.
Yeah, I'm going to slap the fuck out of him if you don't shut up, bro. This is my podcast, not his. So listen, I have the answer, all right? Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. Now, covet literally means yearn to possess. So you can't be plotting. That's what he's saying. You can't be plotting on your neighbor's wife. Number 6 said you can't fuck her. Number 9 says you can't plot. That's what it is. Yearn to possess. Covet.
Occurs. I'm sorry, go ahead, bro.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's it, bro. That's what it is. So you're not supposed to plot on your neighbor's wife, and you're not supposed to have sex with your neighbor's wife.
Right, but so there's loopholes. I mean, geez, if that's the way that God wants to write the laws, oh, motherfucker.
I know. We might have to
fucking dude.
Pause this podcast while I go kick furniture and shit. All right, number 10.
Now, you know Peter's listening, right?
Yeah. Number 10. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's goods. So away, right there, they were being very forward-thinking because they made the distinction between somebody's wife and somebody's goods, which basically says to me that they were saying, hey, your wife is not an object. Hey, don't objectify women. Now, how that turned into no more centerfolds in Playboy, I have no idea. But, yeah, that was kind of forward-thinking. I was just thinking that, you know.
But, I mean, is it really forward-thinking? I mean, I think that's backwards thinking.
They're saying she's not the goods, bro. They're saying that she's somebody, and don't fuck her. Don't plot on fucking her, and also she's different from an object, and you can't have those either.
I understand, but what are you, like, fucking a member of the, I don't know, GLAAD, or, like, what the fuck is it? Like, whatever, the women's organization? Like, what's wrong with objectifying women? Occasionally.
I'm just saying that's as of recent, of the past 5, 7, 10 years, 1960, whatever. I'm just saying they've been on this path because they don't want women objectified. So, yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Women and the women stuff.
Their stupid fucking rights, like whatever.
And that's why Reloaded 504 has 35% female listeners and 65% male listeners. You know, we love y'all, ladies. We love y'all. We love y'all.
As only as much as we're allowed to, though.
Yeah. What else did I have?
No inappropriate love going on, ladies.
Hey, I got a new invention, bro. I got a new invention.
Awesome.
Yeah. Listen up, Reloaded 504ins, because if you could, we drop knowledge on here all the time. New inventions come across these speakers all the time, and we don't intend on going to produce any of them. So if you do it, that's fine. Call, shout out, small check, I'm gravy. So the new invention is called Been Pranked, and what it is it's a kit that tests for several different things. Saliva, urine, feces, laxative. We have to think of a few more, but you dip this, I guess it's like a litmus or something. You dip it in whatever you're about to consume, and that lets you know if somebody's trying to prank you, like an ungodly amount of salt, or if it's stupid spicy. It tells you ahead of time. It's like somebody's pranking your food, don't eat it because it's got laxative. Or
how does it know?
It's going to have to react chemically to these different substances.
So, like, what is the spectrum?
The spectrum's going to be like a stupid amount of salt. So, like, if it's got super high sodium, it'll tell you. If it's like stupid spicy, it's going to be like, don't eat this, it's stupid spicy, something's wrong here. If it's got urine or feces in it, obviously, off top, it's going to be like, nope, it just turned green, don't eat this shit or you'll turn green. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If it detects a laxative, then it's going to be the same thing,
Wait, what was that last one? I'm sorry.
Laxative. If it detects laxatives, then it's going to be talking the same shit to you.
Gotcha. So yeah, this is just basically, so if you're a paranoid person, just plop one of these fuckers, stick one of these litmuses in your hamburger before you eat it, because you never know if you really are actually having it your way when you go to Burger King.
That's right. There's a certain amount of fecal matter that is permitted by the FDA in fast food. Did you know that?
It's disgusting.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if it's like parts per million. I forget. I don't know what the number is, what the quantification is, but they allow a certain amount of feces in your food.
Yeah, that's cool. Also they allow a certain amount of feces on underwear. I guess girls go into like changing rooms and fucking try on underwear like over their vaginas and. And other parts, so there's like an allowance for like fucking poop particles to be residually left on fucking like panties.
What?
Yeah, like so. In other words, if you're like, oh my god, what the fuck? Like there's shit on these panties. And they'll have to we're going to have to take it back to the lab for testing to see if it has the appropriate amount of poop, because if it doesn't, then we're clear.
Oh, man, that's I don't even want to think about that shit. That's disgusting, bro. I did not know that.
Yeah, I know. But hey, think about it like this. Who the fuck tries on... Or maybe it's a bathing suit that I'm thinking of. So, yeah, that makes more sense. Like a chick trying on a bathing suit. It gets, like, deep in that fucking crevice and... gets the sweaty fucking poo juice out of the butt crack.
Why can't they just hold it up to their body? I don't understand.
Nah, you got to slide that thing deep into the crack, bro. You got to get all the fucking... You got to make sure that it fits the ash right, bro.
Fucking test drives a G-string without expecting to touch somebody else's asshole. I don't understand.
So you just slide and fucking dental floss all upon yesterday's lunch. It's... yum.
Good Lord. Hey, speaking of genitalia and such, I had to look this up.
What about herpes? What if you got herpes and then you fucking wear somebody else's fucking bathing suit?
I don't know the answer to that. But try getting herpes and then explaining to your spouse that it must have been from that bathing suit you tried on. Check this out, man. I looked it up. Did you know whether or not it is legal to get filleted in Louisiana?
Yeah, from what I heard, that it's illegal to get a blowjob or to do anal in Louisiana, but I think they overturned that.
It is still illegal in the state of Louisiana to get a blowjob.
Well, I'm a motherfucking repeat felon.
Bro, I can't believe this is so archaic. Do you think that by now they would have gone ahead and got rid of that? If I was running for office, that'd be my platform. I'd be like, blowjobs for everybody.
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah. Anyway, but that brings us to our next little spiel, bro.
Reloading 504 top 3, son.
Yeah, top 3, son.
Yeah. Anyway,
I need more shorts, bro. I need a top 3 pair of shorts.
Okay. So, this is the top 3 weirdest sex laws. Countrywide, bro. And this is all true. Reloaded 504ins, y'all could look this shit up. I ain't lying to you. Number 1, only 2 dildos per house allowed in Arizona. Dead serious.
Oh, well, then we couldn't live in Arizona.
Dead serious. Is that fucking bizarre or what?
So there's a 2 dildo. All right, well, what about, is there a size? So I'll just get one huge fucking dildo.
What if you got 3 women living under the same roof? What do you do then?
Share.
Yeah, I guess you have to by law, right?
Yeah, or just fucking buy extra cucumbers.
That's fucked up. Yeah.
No, it's not.
Packs of hot dogs. I told you that fucking Family Guy Meg goes upstairs with a pack of hot dogs and jumps in bed and she's like, I'm going to pretend you're the basketball team.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's pretty edgy. Number 2, top 3 weirdest sex laws. Number 2, in Oblong, Illinois, no pun intended, it is illegal to have sex while fishing or hunting on your wedding day.
That's just fucking too specific.
I know. Like, where, at what point in time did this become necessary to be put into law?
That there needs to be a meme made of that immediately.
Yeah.
And then nobody's gonna get it, but like maybe 100 people on Earth, and then you'll break the internet.
Them and all the Reloaded 504ians that listen to us.
Oh.
All right, number 3, top 3 weirdest sex laws. Number 3, female residents of Utah are not allowed to have sex with a man in an ambulance. If they do, their name will be published in the local newspaper the next day, but there's no consequence for the man.
I wrote that law.
You must not be an ambulance driver. That's for damn sure.
Unless they ended up in the wambulance. Ha 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 ha.
The wambulance. That was a good one, Todd.
Yeah.
That was good. So paramedics can't get action, bro. Well, actually, the paramedics can get action, but whoever they get action with is going to get called out in the local media.
Yeah, it's like the Scarlet Letter.
That's just fucking bizarre, man. How did
Dude,
these things? You know, these things had to have been put in the law like in 1830 or something stupid.
No, it was probably put into law in 1983 by some asshole legislator who, like, his wife fucking cheated on him with some paramedic in a fucking ambulance. So he was like, you know what, motherfucker?
Yeah.
Let's lock this bitch under the jail. So it was some stupid shit like that.
This is some epidemic proportions type shit.
But dude, it is all right. So this is just a little predictor, a little slight prediction that I have of the future, of the not so far away future. So once this whole VR thing starts taking off, or whether it's VR or AR, whatever. It's, honestly, I know the difference in title, but in definition, I don't. But either way, so.
Virtual reality is 100% fabricated, and augmented reality uses elements of your surrounding reality to alter and then give to you. So there's still real elements, real aspects.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So you still may see like your own real walls and your own real door, but you may also see like a fucking Freddy Krueger like in the corner of the room.
Correct.
And whereas VR would be like fucking all 3D matrix walls, everything. Like, there's no floor, there's no nothing. Yeah, I hear you.
Good job, Todd. You brought it in full circle there, bro.
Thanks, man. Thanks. I love that.
Okay.
So this is the thing, dude. So once that kicks in, like, basically life is going to become kind of like a video game. Not really, but like a video game in the sense of where we're going to basically like we're going to Instagram ourselves, but in our VR world, we're going to wear those badges. So we're going to have like a badge that says like, I just lost 10 pounds, or like you're going to be fucking around with like a halo that says like, I just fucked a bad bitch, or like, you know, like whatever little crown or whatever little fucking tag, social media tag you want. Like you're going to have that on you.
Suffice it to say, Ryan, it's sad, but I'm sure there's a lot of people out there right now that have no use for reality. Like they're past, they're beyond social interaction, live, close quarter, social interaction. They're beyond that shit. They don't like that shit. They don't prefer that shit. They're beyond nature. It's too hot, it's too cold, it's too wet, it's too bright, whatever the fuck it is. They're beyond all of it. Like, they don't have a use for reality. That's scary to think about, but I guarantee you there's tons of people out there. You know, you ever spent like a few days in your house and it's been forever, and then you finally go outside and you're like at a park or whatever, you know, sunny day, some shit like that. It's such a fucking, it tickles every sense, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it's almost surreal. Like how
that's
how
exactly
stimulating
what I was
it is.
explaining
So it's
to you
sad.
today, bro. Like,
yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. So it's sad to me to think that people are like that, but I know damn good and well that they're out there right now. You know, all these Matrix motherfuckers. I guarantee you.
wait, what are you trying to say? That I'm like one of these people? Because I just told you that happened to me today when I went out on my one wheel. I was like, oh my God, this is like fucking amazing. Like, look at the world, and I'm on a one wheel.
No, you're just appreciative. I'm talking about people that avoid it at all costs.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't avoid that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but it's just like, it's almost going to be like The Sims, right? Like, you're going to be walking around with like this thing. Like, you're going to be a level 32 on your Instagram. So you're going to be walking around with your status on you, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think that's just my I honestly think that's going to happen.
I don't know that these things are going to affect me personally, though. Like,
Think about it, though.
I'm just
Think
going to
about it.
lose touch with reality, bro. Like, I mean,
Well, I mean-
honestly, seriously, if like my retirement goals are just to be able to, you know, not have to worry about money and get super fucked up every day. I'm gonna be totally honest. I'm gonna, you know, handle my business. I'm not gonna be walking around with my fucking ass hanging out. You know what I'm saying? Stinking like pee. But
Well, how far off is like the majority of today's society from that? So what I'm saying is that, so basically today's society, let's say the millennials, yeah, that's what they're called, millennials. Yeah. Let's just say, so they stay in their phones all day, right? They stay in social media all day.
yeah,
I'm just saying, when VR hits, it's just going to leap to VR. So like, society is going to be, whenever they're engaged in VR, which is going to be, I'm thinking like, you know, eventually I think it's going to ramp up to be like 30-70, you know, like 30% VR and maybe, I don't know, maybe more. Fuck, 50-50. Eventually it's going to be all like 90-10 VR, 10% real life, because it's going to get so good that it's just going to become like anything else that humans do. Like, you just do it until anyway.
instant fucking gratification. You know what I thought was so sad about the progress of cell phones over the years? It just goes to show you how many people don't want to be where they are at that moment.
Well, right, exactly. So you'll enter into this VR thing, but in this VR world, you'll look around and you'll still see people. Like, I'll still see like, I guess like all all of nature, like all living things. I don't know how it works.
You
like
ain't
all
experiencing
humans-
the real world. That's all I'm saying. But at the same time, it just goes to show how many people don't want to be where they are at that moment. That's why they jump on their phones. They'd rather jump on their phones than talk to each other. They'd rather jump on their phones than I don't know, go interact with the world around them. You know what I'm saying? It's a more appetizing alternative.
Definitely. But all right, this is the last thing I'm gonna say about this. But they're gonna be able to like almost like Instagram, but not so much. So like basically you go on somebody's Instagram and you can tell what kind of lifestyle that they want to project. So like in my version of this VR world, you'll be able to have badges that say like, yeah, I'm a millionaire. Like basically just like I drive a Lambo, like just different shit that like identifies your clout, your level of clout in society. I can see that happening, and then people are going to be walking around with goddamn little like fucking avatars floating above their head, like telling you what their life score is. You know, like how they how they are scoring
already, bro.
It's crazy.
Vice did a documentary on this chick, and she set out, I forget what the specific goal was, but it was a certain amount of followers, and I think it was on Instagram, certain amount of followers within a certain amount of time, like a month. So she starts off by just posting basically herself in reality, you know. Her day, whatever she's wearing, whatever, you know, makeup, whatever. And very clearly early on sees that she is not going to meet her goal if she continues to be real. So she creates a persona like kind of a goth chick, and then just runs with that, and then ends up like just pandering, doing stupid stunts, trying to get other people to, I guess, other influencers to post.
Collaborate?
Yeah, collaborate with her, post her material, like basically just being a fucking digital slut, you know what I'm saying? She still didn't pull it off. She got damn close, but she still couldn't pull it off. And, I mean, in the end, isn't that basically what's happening now, you know?
Yep.
People are just becoming what they're not, you know?
Yeah, like I'm trying to think of like an equivalent for when we were like in, what was like the status, what was the alpha status symbol when we were, 20?
Real live shit, bro. A nice car, or good on the ball field, or clocking mad hoes, or selling buku drugs, bro. Real life shit.
I guess it's almost still the same shit, but it's just a different way to go about getting it. Like kids are still doing drugs, kids are still fucking bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like shit ain't changed really.
There's just a few more earmarks for clout that I would say that you or I wouldn't really give two shits about, but today's kids today would. It would matter more to them, like if we're both sitting in a room and we're just ourselves, that's one thing. But if we're both sitting in a room and we're ourselves, but you've got 150,000 followers on Instagram, somebody might pay a little bit more attention to you or think more of you or have some preconceived notions about you, never mind who you really are, just because of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just another earmark for clout, I guess.
Yeah, sure enough. And the thing about clout, I think maybe, I think back in the day, or this is how I say things. So back in the day, there's always been clout, right? Like there's always been being cool and not being cool. That's all clout is, right? Like, clout is being cool as far as I can determine. So, but I think it was just more subtle. Like there was no like, yo, he's cool. Like there was no chasing cool. Like now it's like, yo, like it is a conscious and celebrated thing to chase clout, to go after it, to like chase the cool.
They're getting louder and louder, bro. I don't remember having to be so goddamn loud to fucking get shit done in my world. You know what I'm saying?
True that. Yeah, definitely.
Now you gotta have 3 different color fucking hair, like 5 face tattoos.
If half your fucking face ain't
you gotta,
tatted up,
you have to pose with fucking stacks and stacks of cash and all. Like they're just it's fucking stupid, bro. And then on the inside, who the fuck are you really? You know what I'm saying?
Fucking nope, bro.
You're gonna prance around with all of this pretty bullshit on, bro. And if we were standing face to face and I was like, drop it, give me 20, you'd be like, I ain't gotta do that. But really, it's because you can't fucking do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of fucking man are you, bro? How bad?
Hey, you know Tekashi's out and he's back to trolling, right?
I hadn't heard nothing about him or from him, but I knew he got out and that was it.
Yeah, he's out and he's been fucking with people. Like his fucking his avatar on Instagram is him, like an animated version of him sitting on a rat trap eating cheese.
Nice.
Yeah.
You were one of the people that said you thought that he was going to bounce back with a music career and everything.
Well, he is, bro. He is. He fucking signed a $10 million record contract while he was in prison. So, I mean, the music was already a done deal.
How does somebody tour when they want it dead, bro?
He's much bigger in Europe and like Europe and then what's that? The fucking Eastern Bloc. Like he's huge. So he's just gonna tour the fucking world and not tour U.S.
I guess so. I tell you what, though, you talk about clout chasing. If somebody wanted to be somebody, they would fucking shoot him in a heartbeat.
Oh, I mean, anybody who I'm sure like that's enemy number one, or at least target number one. You know, no doubt.
Roger.
He knows it. That's how he's marketed it. Like, so he was basically, he was on the phone or he was driving around somewhere. I watched some shit. He was on Instagram Live. Having a conversation with Trippie Redd, and basically just, I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't know. I can't look away. I can't. I'm sorry.
Well, I guess that means Justin Bieber gets a break, bro. You won't be sweating that dude so hard now that you're sweating, back to sweating Tekashi 6ix9ine again.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be on Biebs just as much as I always was, but you know, I mean, I can multitask when it comes to like, you know, fucking dude crushes or whatever.
That's hilarious. That'd be funny if they did. You know how they do that show where it's like wife swap, or is it wife swap? Is it wife swap?
I don't know.
They got a show. Yeah, it's wife. I think it's wife swap. So they got 2 families, 2 households.
I know they got a porno like series called
no. It's like primetime G-rated TV. It's like wife swap. But check this concept out.
The one I'm talking about, it's like 2 dudes. Like it's always 2 different couples, and like they meet up, and they're like, you know, maybe it depends on what the scenario. So these are triple X rated movies. So
right, but I'm talking about what if Justin Bieber and Tekashi 6ix9ine swapped lives. So like all of a sudden Bieber gets the face tats, the rainbow colored hair, you know, does all his trolling shit, and Tekashi tries to clean up his act and become the straight-laced kid he should have been while he was fucking up his whole career.
That's a great concept, but you gotta pick. Unfortunately, Bieber's kind of like, he's edgy, bro. So he's not a powder puff. So you gotta pick somebody else. Like maybe one of the Jonas Brothers. He was
born out of the puff of the powder, bro.
I mean, I know he's a fucking cream puff. I'm not saying he's a badass. I'm just saying like he's not a straight edge dude. Like he has edge.
I don't even want to go into it because I don't even know. I don't hold a dog in this race, bro, for real. Or a dog in a fight, I should say. Anyway, bro, we reached that time. You want to sign off for the peoples?
I would love to sign off for the people. And people, let me just tell you, I can't tell you enough. What was that? That was like a double negative entendre flipped on its head and then wrapped upside down with hot dog and then twine.
Is this seriously how you just sign off?
No, I was just saying, thank y'all. I love y'all. Y'all are awesome and stay that way.
Peace.